Baron, it's Friday. We were talking before this. I have a cold. You have allergies. Everybody's got COVID. Those that don't have COVID have the flu. I think it's that kind of season. I think that's where we are. I'm producing. There's mistakes being made already, Marin. Already we're making mistakes. But it is Friday. That means it's time to jump in the fastest 10 minutes of the news this week from Microsoft Teams. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let's jump in first with Teams itself. Marin, we say it all the time. You can't talk about Microsoft Teams without talking about Teams. And with the new Teams comes version updates that you can actually look at. Here's a link where you can actually go and make sure that you've got the latest version. If you want to check out old versions, they're there as well, so you can see exactly where in line you are. Marion, this is important for customers that are actually on their way to the new Teams from Classic Teams.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it this morning that if you're not on the new Teams, you want to work towards getting there because that's where all the new latest and greatest feature updates. If you're hawking that roadmap and you love for the latest feature, you've got to be on the new Teams to be able to experience it. So that's a good way to administer it.
And a great link to show you exactly where you are. Also, one of our MVPs did a really, really nice blog post about how to customize mesh events. Mesh events are that virtual sort of digital twinning that you might be able to do for your meeting spaces. It's a great way to sort of do it. And he walks you through everything, Marin. So yeah. While it's rolling out and while it's getting to GA, make sure you read this, make sure you get into it because mesh is an important part of where I think we're going to go to. But it's something that he actually wrapped up really nice in that blog post. Marin, if you're not in the Pro Portal, you've got to get into the Pro Portal. And this is even another reason why on the front page there, we're asking for Workplace Insights Survey. Make sure to go on the front page of the Pro Portal. You can actually be a part of this survey. On that front page, there's also a whole bunch of information. We know that people are using the Pro Portal. We know that they're deep into the Pro Portal, but sometimes, man, you got to take a break and go to the front page and make sure you got all the information.
Use it to the best of its ability. There's a lot of great insights in there as well. So if you haven't been in there for a while, go ahead and check it out. Workspace Insights. I'm glad that they're asking that. We've got a preview later to a roadmap item that just popped up that might be kind of a leading indicator to that, which is exciting.
Yeah, congratulations to our friends from Crestron, whose Automate VX is now certified for Microsoft Teams. They have a press release that goes along with that. Make sure you're looking at the Crestron Automate VX. And Marin, you saw this as well this week.
Yeah, I'm a big podcast junkie. So I like to just listen to things all day long. If I'm, not in a meeting, I've got something playing in the background. This is a really great job done by Brad Sousa with AVI Systems. He's also part of the GPA. 2 really great episodes. It's all about the impact of technology on humans, basically. So Kay Sargent, who I love, and Dr. Jonathan Reichnall, both great segments. They're about an hour long, so long, heavy listening, but it's great thought leadership in my opinion. So go ahead and check it out.
Who's got an hour? We got 10 minutes, Marin. Let's jump on to the next thing. We've also got Jared Spataro, who actually puts out a newsletter, AI at Work, 4 tips on working with AI. Great to see him going and getting traction as well with the newsletter that he puts out.
Snackable. It's honestly like a 1-minute read, comes out twice a month. So if you're not already subscribed, like the 15,000 or so people who jumped on it earlier this week, go ahead and make sure you link to that and subscribe.
Passcodes, Marin. We're talking passcodes. Now that is a picture from the Apple passcode, but it's important inside of Message Center. One-time passcode for simplified setup of Teams rooms on Windows. We're going to get quicker, Marin. And the reason why we're going to get quicker is because we've heard it. We've heard it from the partner community. We've heard it from the customer community. It just takes too long. So let's go ahead. Let's put in one-time passcodes. You can read more about this in Message Center, but it's something that's coming, and they want to make sure that all the admins are aware of it.
Yep, and it makes it easy. hopefully
Makes it-
saving you lots of time in that setup process. Our engineering team has dedicated a lot of work this year in simplifying that setup. So very much thank you to them for adding that.
And speaking of easy, improved search for rooms inside of the Pro Management Portal. Again, we know that customers are adding more and more and more rooms to their portfolio of devices. And with that, we're going to improve the search inside of the Teams Room Pro Portal. Also, Maren, BYOD was an important one.
Yeah, BYOD was actually talked about at Enterprise Connect, which, believe it or not, was like March of, God, I don't even know. It feels like a year ago. We are going to be seeing some updates at Ignite, but this is a nice outline and understanding of what is BYOD. It walks you through how admins can essentially look for devices that are not Teams rooms and enroll them with a shared device license and be able to get insights. So excited to hear more there, but that was a nice little post about the Pro Management Portal and how you can see those rooms. So if you're interested in that, check it out.
Also, Maren, workspace management, an important topic that we got to talk about. It provides integrated views of Teams devices and peripherals based on their location.
Yeah, so this was one that just came out on the roadmap this week, and you'll see the rollout start says June 2024. We've had a lot of people very interested in hearing what is happening within this space. So good to see that we've got it on the calendar. And again, another thing that we probably will hopefully hear more about in the coming months. So excited for that.
Monday, October 23rd, MTD AMA with Graham, myself, and Michael Tressler again. We will be back. We'll do an hour on the Ask Me Anything session where we'll bring you to some of the latest highlights, dive deep, and also just have a conversation with everybody. So go ahead, register for this event. Make sure you're there. Also, Maren, next week, we've got another Learning About Teams Room session with Kim Matlock about the Pro Management Portal.
Yeah, this was the voted topic of the month. So thank you everyone for voting. This, as to Jimmy said, we've got a lot of people enrolled, but we need you to know more on how to use this tool. So if you haven't had a chance to hear Kim Matlock, she is the expert extraordinaire. So do not miss out. That is taking place next week. And you can sign up and you can vote with the link that you see there. Thank you, Michelle, for joining and producing. We need help.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and we'll post this, but make sure you're there because we're going to actually do some sessions where we show you live inside of the Teams Room Pro Portal about everything. Also, Maren, again, Teams Room World, Dallas is happening. You can see there on the right-hand side. This is an in-person only event. What does that mean? That means everybody you see on the right there is going to be in person and giving sessions, including myself. I talked about it. I told you this morning, I actually have something really, really fun sort of planned for everybody that's coming down in person. So make sure to go ahead and talk to your Microsoft account representative about Teams Room World and get the link so that you can sign up for that Dallas event. And Maren, sessions are now open for Ignite as well.
Yeah, this is do not miss out. We keep teasing to the roadmap. It's exciting that we're still getting new updates every single week. I thought we'd see a little bit of a pause before the November 15th to 16th, but literally 1 month away. Make sure you sign up and start. I think they've published a lot of the sessions as well, so you can start booking your agenda for those 2 days. Block them on your calendar if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, Maren, another episode of Selling Teams Rooms comes to a close. Thank you, Michelle. You're on mute, but thank you. I appreciate you coming in. Is this your first day using Teams?
If you are in Dubai next week for GITEX, make sure to go to the Neat booth. Show your Teams Rooms badge. You have a chance to win a Neat frame. And also, there is an exclusive lunch on the Tuesday. If you haven't been invited, make sure you send me a message on LinkedIn, and we'll make sure you get in.
GITEX next week. Everybody that's going, make sure you're in there. And with that, why don't we go ahead and take us out? Everybody have a great week, and thank you again for all the support from everybody out there. Michelle, Maren, Michael, everybody in the background, thank you very much. Michelle, let's go.